prizes. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey. One-Eyed Buffalo Brewing Company is proud to sponsor this broadcast of Thermopolis Athletics. Enjoy some of the finest prime rib around at One-Eyed Buffalo every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You cannot beat their menu full of mouth-watering items like the bison burger or the many different varieties of mac and cheese. Top it off with one of their locally brewed adult refreshments on tap. One-Eyed Buffalo Brewing Company, 528 Broadway in Thermopolis. Did you know the Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness in Thermopolis also has something called the Gotchi Wellness Center? It's your dream gym with cardio equipment, cable machines, free weights and dumbbells, hydraulic resistance machines, and personal trainers that care about your goals. The Wellness Center is huge and includes a rock wall, pegboard, sled, tires, punching bags, squat rack, and a whole lot more. Check out the Senior Wellness class. To take the first step to a healthier you, visit gotchi.org.
The staff and board at the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft show, or showed your livestock, thank you for all your efforts. We'll be moving and grooving next year, so stay tuned.
At some point, everyone is a pedestrian.
When you're driving, yield to pedestrians. Wear light clothing. Walk on a pathway instead of the road.
Look out for pedestrians.
Avoid distractions like your phone.
Look out for pedestrians, they're everywhere. We are the Wyoming Indian Lady Chiefs. We need you in our stands.
Wyoming Community Bank is ready to serve you. Stop in at any one of their branches located in Riverton, Lander, and DuBois. A bank that is owned and operated by the locals of Fremont County. Wyoming Community Bank. They're here to help you.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Here in Wyoming, we live by the spirit of the Wild West.
Now where the sun's a little brighter, where the snows that fall are a trifle wider, where the bonds of home are a wee bit tighter, that's where the West begins.
We're the bank that's with you wherever that spirit, because we're more than a bank in Wyoming. We're Wyoming in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube, oil, and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
Are you a caring person that wants to help but not sure where to go? Wyoming Senior Citizen Inc. is looking for caregivers across the state. Call 307-856-6880 to find out more information. They would like to wish all Fremont County athletes good luck this year.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
When you purchase your car, do you know if you got the best payment possible? The answer is probably no. Oftentimes, your loan is packed with additional charges that can drive your monthly payment higher than it should be, costing you thousands of dollars more for your car. Hi, this is Patty, and here is your second chance to get the payment you deserve. Visit Atlantic City Federal Credit Union today for a courtesy loan review. We've helped our members save money by refinancing their vehicle with us. Now it's your turn. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Ernie over and Shawn O'Brien from the Big Horn Tournament, and the location here tonight is Powell, and we're getting ready for the Lander Valley Tigers and the Wyoming Indian Chiefs. First matchup between these two teams in quite some time, and Shawn, we're looking for a good one.
Yeah, this might be the best game, the best non-conference game of the season up to this date, and I'm fully expecting a lot of offense to be on display from both teams. That full court press defense from both Wyoming Indian and Lander Valley can be some of the best in the 3A and 2A. So I'm just fully expecting a great game tonight all around.
We're into the last minute of the game that precedes ours. It's currently Grable 53 and Burlington 52, and Grable will have the basketball, and we'll see if they can put a closure on this one, or if the Huskies will pull the upset. Of course, the Huskies from Class 1A and the Grable Buffs from Class 2A. Earlier today, the Lander Valley Tigers had a pretty good game with the Thermopolis Bobcats and won that one 52-43. Abe Lopez was unconscious at the beginning of that game, hitting 11 of the Tigers' first 13 points, and ended with a game-high 21, and he'll be a critical key to this game as well.
If you're watching on our Wild Today YouTube, I'm gonna try and follow this game with the camera, even though this doesn't have any effect on us until maybe tomorrow. What will matter tonight is whoever wins this game is going to be 2-0 at the end of the day, and they will be playing at the 12:30 time slot tomorrow. Winner of the 12:30 game goes to the 4:30 championship match, and the boys here really looking for a Fremont County win in the Big Horn Basin Tournament. We already had Lander do it in Douglas. They ruined Douglas's home parade. Thermopolis last week had a chance, even though they're not from Fremont County, they're from Hot Springs County, but they had a chance last week to ruin Rollins' parade, and they lost at the last second to the home team. And I would love nothing more than to see Lander or Wyoming Indian leave Powell with a big trophy, or not trophy because I don't think they hand that out, but a big Big Horn Basin Tournament bragging rights.
Well, this one's coming down to the nubs. We've got 15 seconds to go in the game. Burlington leads by 1, and we have a timeout called by Burlington with just that amount of time left to go. Earlier today, Wyoming Indian also played a game with Thermopolis, and they came away with a 68-46 win over the Bobcats. And, of course, players to watch in that one, Jarrell Tillman had 25 points in that game. Brandon Coffey, 17, and Cordell Spoonhunter had 10 for the Chiefs. And they were running and gunning in that game against Thermopolis, and were in total control from the very beginning.
Yeah, and Thermopolis just did not look like they were in the game very much at all in the first half. They got a little bit better in the fourth, but, you know, they're playing against some second stringers. They were playing some second stringers themselves, but it was a difficult game for Thermopolis. Both games, really, for Thermopolis. They were outmatched in one way or another by both teams, and it's just not looking like Thermopolis brought their A game. They also brought all their players except for one of their best, in Cord Simmerall, and he was really missed today. I think it was pretty obvious. And
the Tigers are down a pretty important player as well. Kyson McClung broke his arm in practice this week. Coach Stu Mullins was saying they hope to have him back by the end of the year, but who knows at this point. It's not usual that you'd have a broken arm in practice, but that's what happened to Kyson McClung. So one of Lander's big weapons is out for tonight's game.
Yeah, and that's a huge, huge advantage for Wyoming Indian, considering McClung might be one of the best three-point shooters in 3A. I just have a feeling right now Lander knows they've been practicing without him. And you heard Abe Lopez say it earlier that Kyson McClung brings a different energy to the team, and that all week in practice they've really just been trying to mimic the energy that McClung brings, not even the points or the type of offensive mindset or defensive prowess that he might have. The energy. They've been trying to match the energy that McClung typically brings to the game every single time he steps on the court. So that's high praise from, Abe Lopez and Brendan Stauffenberg saying that. And nice steal there by Burlington. And a big foul. That might be the game right there.
3.8 seconds to go and a foul underneath the basket by Grable, and it'll be a two-shot foul for Burlington with 3.8 seconds to go. Grable is leading 53-52. So, we talk about the importance of free throws all the time. Wyoming Indian hit their free throws today. They were very good at the free throw line.
Yeah, and that's what makes a good team great, and that's what makes a team able to win. It's 53-53. If you can win at the free throw line, you can win the game, especially in these close, tight-knit situations that both teams have found themselves in a lot recently.
Not necessarily pulling for Burlington, but if he hits this one and he misses it, we might be going into overtime. 2 seconds, 1 second, there's a long shot. We're going into overtime.
This is the second time that you and I have had the opportunity to call an overtime game that has nothing to do with ours.
Yeah, the first time was at the Douglas Classic in Douglas.
Wheatland and Lovell, I believe.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Well,
and,
I guess we should take a timeout with this, and we'll come back with some overtime. And you guys are basically getting an extra inning of a game here. So we will be right back with the conclusion of the Grable and Burlington game on 93.1 KFCW, and we're streaming on WYO Today's YouTube page.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now. A well-drawn-up game plan can be the difference between wins and losses. The same can be said about your mental health. Making a game plan to talk to your children can make a huge impact on them and help make them feel supported and listened to. The good news is, this winning game plan isn't hard to implement. All it takes is you starting the conversation and being ready to talk. If you need helpful resources and tools, you can visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
Back again in Powell, where we are going into overtime between Burlington and Grable. Burlington hit a free throw there with 3.8 seconds to go to tie the game up after Grable, who trailed most of the game, came from behind and had a 7-point lead here with 3 minutes to go. And turnovers, those gosh darn turnovers made a big difference. I want to remind you that you are listening to the pregame show by Hampton Inn, and of course we also have the Pinnacle Bank scoreboard, and of course this is the Wyoming Indian game, so it's Hampton Inn pregame show.
Yeah, we have a lot of sponsors, and we'd like to thank our sponsors as usual. We like to thank our sponsors at the beginning and endings of games, but when we have 3 teams at the same tournament, it's a little difficult. We have to make sure we get all the spots that we can possibly get in there. We just want to thank everyone. We got Hampton, we got Heinz General Store, we got Gotchi, we got Gambles and Lander. I mean, if you watch our commercials or listen to them, those are the people that are allowing us to drive all the way out to Powell, to stay here tonight, and to watch all of our Fremont County and Hot Springs County games shake out and hopefully bring home a Big Horn Basin Tournament championship to Fremont County or Hot Springs County, but that would not be possible without the sponsors that fill your airwaves when we are not talking.
Yeah, Lander won this tournament here a few years ago. Other county winners of this tournament were Wind River and Wyoming Indian on the boys' side. Right now we're having a heck of a battle here between Grable and Burlington, with Burlington ahead by 2. On a breakaway, they lose the ball and turn over to Grable. The play here in this game has been pretty good, but it got a little sloppy there near the end.
Yeah, definitely. And hey, you mentioned Wind River. There is a chance that we actually get to call a Wind River game. We haven't seen the scores just yet from where they playing. Not Warland, that's where the girls are playing. Oh, Rocky Mountain.
Rocky Mountain,
Wind
yeah.
River is playing in Rocky Mountain. If Wind River wins their games today and they win the 12:30 matchup tomorrow, they'll be heading here to Powell to take on whoever wins the 12:30 games here. And Cody Beer is out in Thermopolis calling the Thermop and the Wyoming Indian Lady Chiefs games. He'll be able to possibly see Wind River and Lander girls if they win their games. We did see, of course, a great video, great final second shot by Lander's Layla Norse, who won the game over Lovell at a last-second layup after a really bad missed three-pointer. And, boy, Layla Norse has really stepped into a role there on that team.
Yeah, the Lady Tigers won 44-42, I believe the score was. It was very, very close over in Thermopolis, and quite a crowd of Lander supporters were over there.
Yeah, and, I think they split them. Obviously, girls' parents and boys' parents are all going to come up here. But right now, I mean, we have a good mix. There's still a lot of Burlington and Grable fans here, but we have seen a lot of Wyoming Indian and a lot of Lander fans make this trip. It's about a 2.5-hour trip from Lander, give or take. It's about an hour-and-a-half long trip from Thermopolis, so the Thermopolis fans didn't have as long of a drive. And, for all these parents to make this drive out here on a Friday afternoon, some of them had to be here at noon, so some of them didn't go to work. It's just props to these parents for coming out and supporting the kids, supporting the everything.
It's 55-53. Burlington leading Grable, and we're down to 70 seconds to go. There's a wide open play. He missed it. Did we have a goaltend? Yep, we had a goaltend on that one. So the score is tied at 55 with 1:07 to go. That was, we talked about the Bobcats missing some early easy shots, and that guy was wide open, and the adrenaline kicks in, and the shot went too high. So we've got a minute to go here in a tie game, and let's see which team is going to prevail, Burlington or Grable. The Grable Buffs playing in their dark blue uniforms with gold numbers, and Burlington in their white jerseys with black letters and orange trim. Of course, both schools fairly close here to Powell. 39 seconds to go. There's a three ball that was put up. Not good. Ball's on the ground. Shots in the air. Not good. Rebound by Powell or by Burlington, and we have a foul. And we're going to have free throws again by Burlington.
I was going to say there was so much contact. He didn't even have to hit the ground. There was so much contact in between the paint there. Surprised no foul was called on the second shot, let alone the third there.
Really?
Wyoming Indian looks ready to play. They're just sitting there on the bleachers waiting and stretching. And I don't know where Lander's at, but I'm sure they are hyped up right now as well.
And the free throw is good, and Burlington regains the lead with 28.1 seconds to go, 56-55. This one's been a close one all game long. Second free throw coming up here, and it is not good. And Grable fights for the rebound, and they get the rebound with 24 seconds to go. Double teamed, and we have a timeout called by Grable, as that player for the Buffs was double teamed in the corner. You never want to get trapped in the corner.
No, you do not.
You'll get double teamed immediately.
Yeah, and Burlington did a good job right there trying to trap him, but Grable's coach called a timeout at the right time. And that was the smart move, and especially with just under 30 seconds left to go in overtime. And we didn't think this game was going to be this close. I didn't really know a lot about Burlington or Grable's basketball teams heading in. But just based off the stats, I thought Burlington might have actually done a little bit more damage here. They've gotten it pretty much, obviously it's down to the wire there in overtime, but I thought that this would be a little bit of a bigger lead there for Burlington.
And if you heard our earlier game, Thermopolis and the Wyoming Indian Chiefs, afterwards Coach Craig Ferris was up here saying that they were beaten by Grable last week pretty badly. And he said they practiced all week long on what they needed to do to win a game. And, of course, the Chiefs came out and did just that in the game against the Thermopolis Bobcats. So we're down here to the end of this timeout, and we'll have a few more seconds left in this game. 56-55, Burlington with the lead. Burlington, of course, a Class 1A team, and the Grable Buffaloes, a Class 2A team. And we're playing on the floor here of Panther Gymnasium in Powell, Wyoming, the Big Horn Basin Tournament. Always a fun tournament, and they have used 4 different venues. Rocky Mountain, Worland, Powell, and Thermopolis. So here we're going to see what Grable can do now. Here's the inbounds pass with 20 seconds to go in the forecourt, double teamed. And one of the players on top of the key now. I don't have the Grable roster, so I'm not sure who this is. We're down to 10 seconds to go. We're down to 7 seconds to go. They better do something right here. 2 seconds, 1 second, shots up, and it's not good.
Ooh. What a hit there at the last second. The Grable player went ankles up. I don't think they're going to call a foul, but no one's heading out onto the court because he took a gnarly fall. Number 12 for Grable. I mean, he went feet up.
Well, I tell you what, Burlington wins over Grable by a score of 56 to 55. And now as soon as the teams exchange their handshakes, we'll be ready to go with the pregame warm-ups for Lander Valley and Wyoming Indian. We'll be back with our pregame show right after this.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Jay Collins here, and I want to wish all the Fremont County athletes good luck this year. Stop down at Fremont Chevy to talk sports and let me help you purchase your next vehicle. Jay Collins, your local sales professional at Fremont Chevy Buick GMC, 307-349-7846.
7 Lazy S Cafe and Bar in Thermopolis invites you to try the best breakfast in Wyoming. Try some of the hit dishes like the biscuits and gravy, the chicken fried steak, and the huevos rancheros. If it translates to ranch eggs, you know it'll be good. Try over 20 breakfast items on the menu. Find the kind of cooking that keeps you wanting more at 109 South 6th Street in Thermopolis. 7 Lazy S Cafe and Bar. Open Friday through Tuesday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for dinner, 4:30 to 9 p.m.
Natural Health Solutions offers treatments for a variety of conditions, along with nutritional counseling, chiropractic, acupuncture, and more. Treatment plans designed individually to optimize your health. Call for an appointment, 856-8181 today.
It's more than clocking in or collecting a paycheck. We are a network of caring professionals who want to be here, dedicated to serving our communities. We are Sage West Healthcare, our 2 campus hospitals in Riverton and Lander. We take pride in our region, our people, and our communities. Located in beautiful central Wyoming, filled with natural recreation in our own backyard. We are neighbors caring for neighbors, a community caring for its own. We are Sage West. We are recruiting the best, like you.
Heinz General Store has been the grocery store of choice for the Fort Washakie area since 1945. For this week's special, see their website at heinzgeneralstore.net. And for convenient shopping this winter, click on Heinz Online, download the app, and shop in the comfort of home. Schedule a convenient pickup time, and the team at Heinz General Store will do the rest. Heinz General Store is a proud sponsor of Wyoming Indian basketball. Let's go, Chiefs!
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Worland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
Ernie over and Shawn O'Bright back with you from Powell High School, where we're getting ready for one of the more exciting games, we think, that's going to be here at the Big Horn Basin Tournament. The Lander Valley Tigers against the Wyoming Indian Chiefs. And this is our Gotchi Rehabilitation pregame show and sponsored by Hampton Inn of Riverton. And Cody, Cody's
texting us.
Yeah, Cody's texting us, yeah. Shawn, let's move right now to the Edward Jones keys of the game, brought to you by Travis Winger.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious with both these teams. They can get out to a hurry, and they can get off to a really strong start. So if you're either of these teams, you can play it really similarly to how you play each other in practice, and that is to really, really hone in on that full court defense early and try and get a couple turnovers, which could lead to a couple easier baskets. If you can't do that, you simply have to try and find a way to stop players like Cordell Spoonhunter and Brandon Coffey, and we saw Jarrell Tillman earlier. They can do whatever they want from beyond the arc. So if you don't apply pressure to them, they're just going to start chucking up threes, and chances are they're going to make it. Now on the other side, McClung is the really big three-point shooter. He's obviously out for most likely the rest of the season with a broken arm. Brendan Stauffenberg can really shoot some threes really well. We saw Abe Lopez start off the game earlier today with 3 straight threes. And we saw Bartoni kind of come out of nowhere and make a couple good shots. So there's a lot of players on both of these teams that can do a lot of damage, but it all starts with the three-point defense. And if you can get these teams to put up some wild shots or at least get them in full-court defense to turn the ball over early, then you can try and get that early lead that both these teams really thrive under. We saw teams like Thermopolis earlier. They don't play well from behind. Both of these teams can play from behind, but both of them would obviously prefer to play with a lead starting early.
Yeah, and of course, the biggest game of the year so far for the Lander Tigers, they came from behind at the Douglas Classic to beat the then #1 team, the Douglas Bearcats, and that was most exciting finish. It was Douglas's first loss of the year, and the Tigers came back and sewed it up within the last 2 minutes of the game. And as we heard Coach Stu Mullins earlier in the postgame show, the team did not expect Kyson McClung to be here, but the family drove him up, and he's here at the game, and that gave the team just a little bit of a boost. And we're glad to see that Kyson is here today to help his teammates. And, of course, you can see him right there on the video if you're watching YO Today YouTube. And this game tonight is on KFCW 93.1, home of the Lander Tigers, and also on YO Today YouTube.
If your vehicle needs repair, you can depend on the crew at Extra Care Auto Repair. They can repair almost anything with wheels, gas, diesel, domestic, or import, and their work is top quality and reliable. Extra Care Auto Repair on North Federal in Riverton.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WYDOT.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help. In Lander and Riverton.
Ernie over, Shawn O'Brate. Time for our Sutherland's Home Improvement Center starting lineups for the Wyoming Indian Chiefs. We're going to go with Jarrell Tillman scoring 12 points a game. Isaiah Burnett scoring 8.1 points a game. Brandon Coffey scoring at a clip of 13.3 points a game. Cordell Spoonhunter at 10.6 points a game. And Tyson Sounding Sides at 6.7 points a game.
Is that everyone you got? Yeah, Sounding Sides is up there, yeah.
Yeah. For the Lander Tigers, they haven't posted the starting lineup yet, but the game this morning, they started Parker Sixby scoring 3 points a game. Braden Lincoln, 1.7 points a game. Bennett Washburn, 7.8 points a game. And Brandon Stauffenberg, 13.2 points a game. And Abe Lopez at 12 points a game. Those were and there they pop up the starting lineup right now on the big scoreboard here. Shawn?
And yeah, you mentioned Braden Lincoln only has 1.7 points a game. Don't let that fool you. He is a stellar defensive player. He could get a steal from anywhere on the court. He runs 100% of the time, all the time. I mean, like, if you haven't watched Braden Lincoln play, you understand that shooting the ball is not why he's on the court. It's everything else. It's defense, it's steals, it's effort, it's emotion. I mean, when we were talking about Kyson McClung and what he is leaving on the bench with his injury, they said energy. That's what they were missing from Kyson being here, and Braden Lincoln definitely brings that energy.
And the Wyoming Indian Chiefs are being introduced now.
Love these jerseys.
Jarrell Tillman. He had a heck of a game. He had 25 points in the contest against Thermopolis earlier today. Isaiah Burnett was a transfer from Wind River High School to Wyoming Indian. He scores at 8.1 points a game. The guy with the big hair, Brandon Coffey, 13.3 points a game. Then we have Cordell Spoonhunter at 10.6 points a game, and he had 10 in this morning's game. And then Tyson Sounding Sides at 6.7 points a game. And they go over and they give a fist bump to the officials and to Lander coach Stu Mullins. And now the Lander Tigers will be the home team tonight. The Tigers come into this game with a 5-2 mark, and Wyoming Indian at 6-5. The starters, as we mentioned earlier, Parker Sixby, Braden Lincoln, Bennett Washburn, Brennan Stauffenberg, and Abe Lopez. So the Tigers have the regular starters here, and Braden Lincoln is starting in place of Kyson McClung. As you heard Shawn say, Kyson suffered a broken arm in practice this week. So that was a big blow for the Lander Tigers team, and Braden Lincoln is going to get in and start for the spot for Tyson McClung. We have Isaiah Burnett's going to go up against Brendan Stauffenberg. Game on KFCW 93.1 and live streamed on wyotoday.com YouTube. And there's the tip, and it's going to go to Coffey of Wyoming Indian. He gives it over to Tillman. Tillman, long court pass down to Coffey. In the corner it goes to Burnett, back to Coffey. Coffey in the paint, can't shoot, passes it out. Around the corner it goes now to Spoonhunter.
Ooh.
His shot's not good. The Chiefs come down with a rebound. Here's Coffey for three. It's good.
Boy, that left-handed shot is so pure when he shoots it from the corner like that. That's his favorite spot on the court.
Full court pressure now by Wyoming Indian, and Lander finds themselves down 3-0. Here's Parker Sixby from the corner. He ties the game. Parker Sixby with three.
I'm telling you, the three-point game is going to be on display today from both these teams.
Jarrell Tillman brings it down into the forecourt. Paxton
Parker Sixby goes
Parker
down.
Sixby hit the floor that time. Here's Coffey on top of the arc, down underneath the basket to Spoonhunter. And now there's a shot by Cordell. No, and we have traveling called. Turnover by the Wyoming Indian Chiefs. First turnover of the game.
Well, he wanted to go in really strong and try and get into the paint. He was immediately blocked So that jump, as soon as he took an extra step, that's travel.
We've played 1 minute of the game. We're tied at 3 here in Powell. Here's Abe Lopez over to Lincoln. Braden's shot is going to be a little bit off the mark, not good. Rebounded by Wyoming Indian. Outlet pass, 2-on-3, all the way underneath. Jarrell, shots up and good. Boy, what a shot that was by Jarrell Tillman.
He can hit it from anywhere on the court, and he really likes to get in there and hit that little 5 to 8 footer. That's kind of his favorite thing to do.
Here's Lincoln. Ball's knocked away, picked up by Sixby, and he loses the handle on it. Now it's down to Tillman. Tillman all alone, lays it up and in.
Nice little Euro step there, but I don't think Brennan Stauffenberg expected him to get by him that easily.
6:15 to go, first period. Wyoming Indians 7, Lander 3. Here's Abe Lopez. He takes the same Euro step, and Abe Lopez gets his first points of the game, and it's 9-3.
Nice back behind the back pass. It was just really well received by the Wyoming Indian player.
No, that should be 9-5. There they go. They finally got the points right. And there's another shot that goes up and great by the Lander Tigers. Did you see who that was? I think it was Lopez. They didn't happen to see that one, so we're going to give it to Abe.
You were focusing on the scoreboard too much. And I was focusing on the camera, but I believe it was Abe.
Yeah. Underneath, there's Burnett. Burnett on top to Jarrell. His shot's off, not good. Rebound goes over the top of the backboard. It'll be the Tigers' ball, trailing 8-5. 5.5 minutes left to go here in the first period of play. Stauffenberg in the backcourt gets the inbounds pass from Sixby. Now back to Sixby, long pass down court to Lopez, all alone under the basket. It hits the bottom of the rim, not good. Wyoming Indian with the rebound. Here's Coffey. Coffey all the way down in the paint, and we have a blocking foul on Stauffenberg.
Coach Mullins is upset about that. He thinks that was not the case.
Well, it looked like Stauffenberg had established position on that, but the official said otherwise. So that's the first personal foul on Brennan.
We got to figure out the scoreboard here. It has been 9-5, 8-5, 8-7, 9-7, and now the scoreboard reads 7-7.
Well, that's not correct, but here's Coffey. Shot is good. Brandon gets his 4th point of the game. So I have 2, 4, 7, 8 for Wyoming Indian, and 3,
7.
7 for Lander.
And now it's 9-7. I think they were having issues with who's home and who's away.
Yeah.
Which is not on anyone other than Powell for not trying to get this worked out a little better at the scoreboard table.
There's Stauffenberg all the way down in the paint. He's hammered, and there will be a 2-shot foul. Picking up the personal is going to be Coffey.
He's laughing it off, saying, "Did you see that?"
Yeah. So that's the first personal foul on Coffey and the first personal foul on Wyoming Indian. Each team having 1 foul. And Stauffenberg now, who had a better game this morning at the free throw line, is looking like he might be a little shaken up there. The official is talking to him, and he's walking around. Gets a handshake from Parker Sixby. And now goes back up to the charity stripe, and we'll shoot a free throw here. Where'd the other official go? Oh, there he is. He's at the scorer's table. They're trying to fix or trying to confirm what the score is.
Yeah, everyone's confused here, and it's on the scoreboard people right now. And you know what? Props to those people, though. They have been there all day since our first game at noon. They haven't had an hour-and-a-half break like we have in between games. They've had to sit there all day and do the games. The home and away teams have been kind of on their mind all day. So.
Okay, they just took the Wyoming Indian scorebook, and they're checking it with the official scorebook. We have it 9-7, Wyoming Indian over Lander. And let's see what the officials say. We're going to have any changes there? No, I think they were trying to get the right players that had the scores.
Oh, that's right, because they show their players on there. So they paid all that money for that scoreboard to show the players, the fouls, and the points, but they couldn't have added a nameplate over the home and guests.
Okay, the free throw by Brennan is good. He had a good time from the free throw. He hit 50% this morning. He was 3 of 6.
Knowing his dad and knowing his coach, he probably spends a lot of time at the free throw line practicing.
Second shot is not good. Rebound is pulled down by Wyoming Indian. Coming away is Cordell Spoonhunter. Spoonhunter down to Jarrell Tillman. Tillman off to Coffee. He wanted to shoot but didn't, just outside the arc. He's on the right-hand wing. Now he reverses direction over to Tillman. In the far side corner, it goes to Ryan Martell. Martell falls down on the play but gets right back up and runs into the corner. Tillman has it on top of the arc, midway between the two lines. Over to Martell. Ball's knocked away. Steal by the Tigers. Bennett Washburn. Boy, what a great steal that was by Bennett Washburn. And the Tigers come down. Here's Sixby underneath the basket. Almost lost the handle on it. Lincoln picks it up. Over to Sixby. Shot for three is good. And the Tigers take the lead as Parker Sixby hits his second three of the game. And it's 11-9 Lander. Here's a steal now by Brennan Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg underneath the Sixby. Under to Stauffenberg. Good and one. Stauffenberg gets the basket and draws the foul. And the foul is going to be on Ryan Martell, his first, team's second.
Yeah, you can kind of see the Wyoming Indian Chiefs, when they get flustered, we've seen it before. Cody Beers has seen it a lot, calling them. They can make a lot of mistakes like they just made over the half-court line trying to throw a long pass. They don't need to do that.
Martell gets the rebound off to Tillman in the corner. Coffee for three. In and out. Not good. Rebound by Spoonhunter. Shots up good. Cordell Spoonhunter gets it. And it's a 2-point lead by the Tigers. 13-11. 3:45 to go. In the middle. Underneath. Washburn off the glass and in for the Tigers for two more. Great feed to Washburn, and there's almost a steal down court. Coffee in the paint, puts the shot up. No. Lincoln with the rebound for Lander. Bounce pass down to Washburn. One-on-one. Washburn loses the ball out of bounds, but because it was kicked away by Martell. So Tigers will retain possession. Coming into the game now is Jaquin Jones for Wyoming Indian. Abe Lopez to take it out into Washburn. There's that good play. Shots up and it rolls off. No good.
He missed both of them, and he does not typically miss those.
No, that was right underneath the basket. That's that great patented Lander inbounds play. In the middle, oh, there was a nice little elbow and a shot by Cordell Spoonhunter for two. He just kind of cleared his way through the lane there. It's 15-13. Lander with the lead. Here's Stauffenberg.
Wow.
Player control foul.
And Stauffenberg's mad because if that wasn't a foul on the other side, and he's talking to the ref right now, if that wasn't a foul on the other side, then that shouldn't have been a foul there. I think the difference is Brennan came in with a head full of steam, and Cordell just simply planted his feet, threw a little elbow into the chest of Stauffenberg, and went up with the layup.
Here's Coffee down to Spoonhunter. Spoonhunter behind his back. Goes over to Anthony Big Knife, who's in the game now. Martell. Spoonhunter has it on top of the key. Near side to Martell. Now across the court it goes. Coffee has it now. Midway between the two lines. On top to Cordell Spoonhunter.
Good passing, just all around.
Yeah, Tigers are not letting Wyoming Indian have that baseline at all. On top of the key now, here's Martell. Fires over to Spoonhunter for three. It's good. Cordell Spoonhunter now with 7 points in the game. And Wyoming Indian has taken a 16-15 lead on our WyoToday.com scoreboard. Here's Abe Lopez in the forecourt. Does a little move in the paint over to Whalen for three. The answer is not good. Rebounded by Bartoni. No good. I missed him when he came in the game. Outlet pass down to Coffee. Coffee all alone, 7 feet away. No, not good. Rebound is on the floor, picked up by Wyoming Indian, and they almost throw it away. Martell has it now down in the corner. With it is Alan Redmond. Redmond to Coffee for three. It's no. Over the backboard. Lander will have it leading by 1. 1:44 to go, first period.
Man, the amount of just good-looking three-point opportunities here, it just speaks to the coaching. The coaching's been able to get both of these teams to know how to pass themselves open, and if they can't find anything on the baseline, they know that they can shoot threes and make them pretty well.
Here's Lopez, gives it off to Braden Lincoln to Bartoni. Bartoni in the middle of the lane, back to Lopez for three. Got it. Abe Lopez with another three. He started this morning's game with 3 consecutive threes. Whistle, and we have a blocking foul that's going to be called against the Tigers' Bartoni.
And Lopez hit that three with a hand in his face. I mean, the definition of almost blocked, and he still hit that.
Coming into the Wyoming Indian lineup is Tyson Sounding Sides, and coming out now is Cordell Spoonhunter. Inbounds to Coffee, far side to Big Knife, underneath. Coming across the key is Big Knife on the near side.
Nice fake.
Oh, nice three-point
but he
shot.
airballed it.
He sure did. Here's Martell in the corner, shots up, off, not good. Rebound, and we have a push over the back on Wyoming Indian. That foul's going to go against Taryn Martell. And Lander will have it out underneath their own basket. 1:04 to go here, first period. Lander leading by 2, 18-16. Lander and Wyoming Indian. Here's Bartoni over to Whalen. Whalen to Lopez. Lopez backs his way in underneath the Bartoni. Bartoni in the lane, loses the basketball, but it's picked up by Braden Lincoln. All the way across court to Washburn. Washburn can't shoot. Behind him to Whalen. Whalen now on top to Lopez. 38 seconds to go. Lopez just walking with the ball. Underneath to Bartoni. Turnaround jumper. Misses everything. Rebounded by Ryan Martell. Martell on the fast break. Down to Coffey. Coffey lays it up and in. Wow, what a move by Brendan Coffey.
Oh, what a steal by Martell. Almost a steal. He ran right into Bennett Washburn.
Washburn down court to Lincoln. 14 seconds to go. Underneath to Whalen for 3. It's in and out, not good. Rebound by Bartoni for 2. Caleb Bartoni with his first 2 points of the game. Lander leads 20-18, and we have a half a second left. The long shot is up, not good by the Chiefs. At the end of one period of play, Lander Valley 20, Wyoming Indian 18.
I'm Travis Winger. I'm a financial advisor with Edward Jones. And we do, I pride myself on helping people with financial planning, achieving whatever goals are most important to them. The most valuable thing you have when it comes to planning for your future is time. The sooner you start and the more detailed your plan is, the better chance of success you have. First-timers are my favorite people to work with because they're hungry to learn, and coming to see me doesn't cost anything. I don't charge for appointments, I don't charge for anything. Come in, talk to me, and all you'll leave with is a little bit more knowledge than you came in with.
Edward Jones financial advisor Travis Winger, 435 Arapahoe Street, Thermopolis.
Visit Lander Gambles to make your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit LanderGambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
Hi.
Ernie over in Shawn O'Brien back at the Big Horn Tournament in Powell. Lander will have the ball at mid-court, and it will be Braden Lincoln to take it out for the Tigers into Abe Lopez. Lander leading 20-18. There's Bartoni over to Washburn. Washburn on top of the key. Lopez drives the baseline, puts the shot up, and is fouled. Picking up the foul is going to be Jaquin Jones.
Yep,
so
32,
yeah, Jaquin Jones gets the foul, and Abe Lopez to the free throw line. He has 7 points in the game on a 3 and 2 field goals. Eyes the hoop. No.
He's got a weird free throw shot. He doesn't bend his legs at all until the last second, then he snaps them straight forward.
Next shot. This one's no good either. He missed them both. Rebound pulled down by Tyron Martell. Martell has the ball out. Whistle, a reach-in foul is going to be called on Lopez, his first. Tried to get the ball away. Only the third foul against the Tigers.
Refs playing this one pretty evenly, honestly. That's what you like to see early in a game that's going to be really pivotal to both these teams winning this tournament.
Redmond into Coffey. Coffey over on the far side now to Jaquin Jones. There's a shot for 3. No. Braden Lincoln crawls the ladder up and gets the rebound. Long pass down court. Whalen has it underneath the Bartoni. He's fouled as he goes up for the shot in the paint.
Yeah, that was an awkward look at the basket, and he just went up. I think he knew he could get the foul. I don't know if he ever actually thought he might be able to get that shot up.
Jaquin Jones with the personal foul, and Caleb Bartoni at the free throw line for the Tigers. Shots up, and it rings out. No good. Tigers right now are 1, 2, 3, 4. They're 1 for 5 from the free throw line.
And in a game like this, that could be the make it or break it at the end, and now they're 1 for 6.
Yeah, Bartoni missed both. Here's Coffey down court quickly for the Chiefs. On top of the circle, behind his back to Redmond. Redmond, far side outside with the ball now is Martell. Martell across court, gives it over to Spoonhunter. Top of the key to Coffey. Coffey back to Spoonhunter. Outside the arc, shot is not good. Rebound goes to Wyoming Indian. They saved it out of bounds.
What a
nice
save,
attempt there, by Redmond. Here we go, and there's the ball knocked away, picked up underneath by Sounding Sides. His shot's not good. Braden Lincoln gets the rebound for Lander, and it's stolen away. Shots up off, not good. And it's
bad pass by Bartoni.
Bartoni.
Coffey's going to get that penalty.
Excuse me. This is only the second time we've seen Bartoni all season long. And sometimes I forget their names when I haven't seen them a bit. So I apologize to Caleb Bartoni. Here's the inbounds pass. Goes to Whalen. Whalen to Abe Lopez. And no basket. Foul was on the floor.
Oh, no. Not a double dribble.
Yeah, no, it was a foul going to be called on Tyson Sounding Sides. His first. Not going to be a shooting foul. It was.
Yeah, it is.
Well, yeah, it'll be the one in bonus. 7th foul against Wyoming Indian. Lander still has 3 to give before they're in. Coming out of the game now is Sounding Sides. Coffey checking with his bench. Checking in is Jarrell Tillman. Shot is up, off, not good. Lander having a terrible time at the free throw line all of a sudden. Lopez is 0 for 3. Down court, here we go. Tillman puts a shot up off the back of the iron, not good. Rebounded by Lopez. It's 2-on-2. Lopez underneath the basket. Nice, and picking up the point was Whalen on a really nice assist that time. Whalen's first points of the game. 22-18, Lander leads. There's a shot up off, not good. Braden Lincoln gets the rebound for the Tigers. They better watch those passes because Wyoming Indian can get them. Here's Whalen. Shoots. No, not good. He was really out of balance for that shot. He was falling backwards. Down court, here comes Redmond. Shots up, off, not good. Rebound pulled down by Wyoming Indian. Nice rebound that time off to Coffey. Whistle. And a blocking foul against either Lincoln or Lopez. It's going to go against Braden Lincoln. That's his first personal foul.
I'm telling you, this pace of play is going to really start to be a drag on these players. You can see it. Some of them have their hands on their knees already. And that's kind of what is happening on Lander's side. They're not really substituting anyone in. At least Wyoming Indian is putting in someone new every time the whistle blows.
Ferris comes into the game, gets the ball. Now here's Tillman with it on the right-hand wing. Tillman moves it into the corner to Ferris for 3. It's good. Ferris hits the 3 ball, his first, and Wyoming Indian takes the lead. Is behind, and there's a bad pass by the Tigers, and it goes out of bounds. Turnover for Lander. 5:22 to go until halftime. It's 22-21. Lander with the lead. And checking into the game now, Adriano Brown coming out of the contest for Wyoming Indian, Cordell Spoonhunter. So taking it out of bounds now is Ferris. Ferris into.
Sorry, keep going. I said still no Stauffenberg. He hasn't played in a very long time.
Yeah, here comes Wyoming Indian with the ball down court. Is Tillman off to Coffey on the far side. Shot by Ferris is not good. Too long. Rebounded by Abe Lopez for the Tigers. Lopez coming down. Has the ball knocked away from him, and it's going to go to the Wyoming Indian Chiefs. They say it went off Lopez's leg.
So what this pace of play really does to a team that may or may not be used to it, it makes them put up a lot of quick shots that may not be the best look, and they may not have all their players down there. They could just wait a little bit, but that's what Ferris did there, and you see both teams doing it. As soon as they get one look, they just try and shoot it right away.
Lopez out of the game. Stauffenberg in. Shot underneath the basket for Wyoming Indian. Not good. Stauffenberg just gets the rebound after coming into the game. Gives it off to Parker Sixby. Parker Sixby all the way in. Ball's knocked from behind. A nice block by the Chiefs. All the way down. Tillman off the glass. No, not good. Parker Sixby with the rebound. Long pass down court to Bartoni. Bartoni in the paint. Puts it up. It's blocked, and he is fouled on the play, and he'll get 2 shots.
He is really good at getting fouled. He's one of those players that knows if I can't get the shot up, I can at least make it a good-looking penalty there, and if he doesn't get the points, he typically gets onto the foul line.
Lander is 1 of 8 from the charity stripe. Bartoni 0 of 2. Shots up, and this time it goes in, so that breaks the seal on that basket.
Reverse psychology there, huh?
Yeah, 23-21 now. Lander with the lead by 2. Bartoni, second shot. They got them both. So it's a 3-point lead, 24-21, 4.5 minutes to go, first half of play. Lander Valley over Wyoming Indian. The Chiefs coming down court. With it is Isaiah Burnett. Burnett on the far side to Tillman. His long 3 is good. Tillman with a 3, his first of the game, and we're tied at 24, our first tie of the game. Here comes Whalen down to Stauffenberg. Off to Parker Sixby. His shot for 3 is good. Parker Sixby for 3, his third tray of the game, Shawn.
Yeah, it's all 3-pointers like we said in that earlier keys to the game. This team and both teams, I should say, is just going to keep putting up 3s as long as they're making them.
Underneath the basket, there's a foul going to be called on Lincoln. No, I'm sorry, on Whalen under the basket on a block. And for Whalen, that's his first personal foul. That's the 6th team foul against the Tigers. But this will be, is that 11? Yeah, Adriana Brown at the free throw line for the Chiefs. Shot is not good. Bounces off and back. Wyoming Indian is now 2 of 3 from the free throw line. A little bit better percentage for the Chiefs.
Less opportunities, though.
Yeah, exactly. Next shot is in the air. It's a high arching shot, and it's good. 27-25, Lander by 2, 3:47 to go, first half of play. Here's Stauffenberg on the left-hand wing. Stops, looking for someone to help him out, and it's Parker Sixby. Sixby on top of the arc, over to Whalen. Whalen on the right-hand wing, drives toward the corner, hands it off to Washburn, drives to the basket.
Oh.
Shots up, not good. Tip is up, not good. Fight for the rebound will go to Lander.
And I'll tell you what, Washburn is having an uncharacteristically bad game underneath the basket right now.
Yeah, he's missed a couple of shots. That's about the 3rd shot he's missed. Lander has got another player coming in now, and I don't have him on the roster. 11.
That's Django Ferguson.
Okay, so Django Ferguson coming in, and play is in. There's Stauffenberg in the lane, hits from the lane.
Django Ferguson, a sophomore, 6'1". They definitely have the size advantage over Wyoming Indian right now.
29-25, Lander with the 4-point lead. There's the shot knocked out of bounds by Stauffenberg, but they say it was last touched by Tillman. Long pass down court. Here's Washburn all alone. Gives it behind his back along the baseline. Over to Parker Sixby. Shot is not good. Rebound goes to Wyoming Indian. We've got a 2-on-2 going down here. Here's Tillman off the glass and good. Boy, what a player that Tillman is.
Yeah, and he's really good at those fast breaks. He even said in that post-game interview we had against St. Stephen's, he likes it when he gets the ball on a fast break, whether it's a steal or a rebound, because that's when he likes to be speedy because he knows he's quick.
2:40 to go in the first half. Lander by 2. Here's Stauffenberg, almost falls down, and the rebound by Tillman. Outlet past Isaiah Burnett. Burnett in the corner on the left-hand side, moves it out midway between the two lines. Now Tillman has it. Back in the corner to Cordell Spoonhunter. He can't shoot. The ball's knocked away. Steal by Bartoni. Outlet pass. Down. Lays it up. And good. No, they're going to wave it off. It was a goaltend.
Either way, the points.
Yeah.
And it looked like it was falling out of the basket, so it was still good on Bartoni to at least try and make sure it went in. But still.
2 minutes, 7 seconds to go. Lander leads 29-27. Wyoming Indian has the basketball. There is Alan Redmond down court underneath the basket. Travel. Turnover. Wyoming Indian will give the ball to Wyoming, or to give the ball to Lander.
I don't really see how that was a travel. He got the ball underneath the basket and literally took one step with a dribble to go up. Even Coach Ferris is saying that wasn't a travel.
2 minutes to go. There's Bartoni off to Lopez underneath the basket to Stauffenberg in the paint. Fires it back out. There's a shot up by Ferguson. No Not good. Rebounded by Wyoming Indian. Isaiah Burnett has it for the Chiefs. Now off to Tillman. Tillman in the lane. Gives it off to Redmond. His shot is up. No, not good. Rebounded by the Tigers.
Got hit in the face.
Yeah. Django Ferguson down court has the ball knocked out of bounds as he tries to go for the basket. Landers ball.
Coffey got hit in the face. He's asking to be pulled out of the game, I think.
Yeah, I think he is. Looks like he's rubbing his eye.
And it's not his fault. I think he ran right into Bennett Washburn's elbow as the pass was coming out from the rebound.
There's the inbounds pass to Ferguson out to the Abe Lopez. Abe misses the shot underneath. Rebounded by Alan Redmond. Redmond comes down 1-on-4.
Nice
Shots blocked by Bartoni. Underneath, there's Stauffenberg in the lane. Lays it up and in. Brennan Stauffenberg for 2. And Lander leads 31-27 with 64 seconds to go. First half. Here's Tillman across court to Coffey. Coffey on the right-hand wing launches a 3 that's no good. Rebounded by Washburn for the Tigers. Outlet pass. All alone down court. Bartoni lays it up and in. Caleb Bartoni with his second basket. It's 33-27 down court. Here's Wyoming Indian with the ball of Spoonhunter. Spoonhunter goes to Tillman. Tillman shouts an air ball. Rebounded underneath the basket by Spoonhunter. Spoonhunter from the corner. No, not good, an air ball. Pulled out by Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg down to Lopez. Lopez is fouled on the play by Tillman, his first personal foul.
I have an update. Thank you to the parents that noticed. So even though it says number 11 for Lander Valley is Django Ferguson, it is actually Hie Nito Monroe Black.
Oh, Monroe Black.
So we apologize to his family. It is number 11 on our sheets here. We actually have 2 number 11s, another one being Quincy Guina, but number
Gwinna,
10. Yeah, Gwinna, sorry. Monroe Black is number 11.
Shot up and good by Lopez as he converts his first free throw, and he now has 8 points in the game. He's 1 for 4. There's the next shot. It goes in. So 2 for 5, and Lopez makes them both. 35-27. Down court. Here comes Wyoming Indian now. With it is Coffey. Coffey on the right-hand wing. On top to Burnett, or to Tillman, and a travel by Tillman. 14 seconds to go. Lander might have the last shot here, leading by 8. 35-27 on our WildToday.com scoreboard.
We knew it was going to be a close game, and right now, leading into halftime, whoever has momentum could really, really set themselves up.
Here's
really
Abe Lopez now across the timeline. On top of the key, Bartoni over to Washburn. 7 seconds to go. Here's Lopez. He wanted a 3, but he drives the lane. Ball's knocked away, and we have a held ball, and it will be Wyoming Indians' ball with 2 seconds to go.
You know, in the NBA, they would give you a little bit extra time because there was about a 2-second runoff after the whistle.
Here's Coffey. Long distance shot is way short, and that's halftime. So at halftime, the score, Lander 35, Wyoming Indian 27. We'll be back right after this.
Energy Cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles. Open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Ernie over and Shawn O'Brate back with you. And for the folks on radio, that was an Admiral Beverage Pepsi commercial. They never said the product, but they had a really nice video and some snazzy music. Halftime score is 35 Lander, 27 Wyoming Indian. Our halftime brought to you by findoutwy.org and by Central Wyoming College. Now offering Bachelor of Applied Science degrees. You can learn at home and get your degree. Make your way out here, Central Wyoming College. Well, this game has lived up to what we thought the hype would be.
Yes, definitely. I mean, we had 9 made three-pointers so far in this game. 8 or 9. I counted your handwriting there. It's kind of hard to read at some point. But still, we knew there was going to be a bunch of three-point shots. We didn't know how many were going to go in. But my goodness, they have had a field day from beyond the arc. And 8 there. And, 3 of them were Parker Sixby. I don't think we were expecting Sixby to come out and be so lethal and unconscious from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and the Tigers with a lead, 35-27, and let's see, what have we got here?
Thank you.
Haye Nido. Haye Nido. Haye.
Haye Nido.
Haye Nido.
Haye Nido. Nido.
Do. Okay.
Haye Nido.
Haye Nido.
Thank you so much.
Nido, thank you very much. Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, that's the number for Haye Nido Monroe Black.
Yes, number 11. Number 11 in your scorecards, number 1 in your hearts, but also they have 2 number 11s on their roster, Lander Valley does, and he's not either of them, so I can't really, I can't be upset at Ernie for calling him the wrong name here. And, we were just to get back to those three-pointers, if these two teams continue to shoot at such a level, we're going to have ourselves one of the largest scoring games of the weekend, not just in Powell, but of all 2A, 3A, 1A, 4A, doesn't matter, basketball games this weekend.
Yeah, if it keeps going the way it is right now, we will have a lot of good points. The interesting thing is that's the second time a fan has come up to us with a correction, so they're obviously watching on YO Today YouTube, and we certainly do appreciate that. Thank you very much. This is only the second time we've done a Wyoming Indian game this year, so we appreciate those fans coming up. And interesting, I think it was a Lander fan who came up and told us what his name was.
Yeah, and Cody Beers does the Wyoming Indian games. Ernie and I have been doing Lander games, and we've obviously been doing some Thermopolis games too, so we've had a lot of names to memorize over the course of the season. And Cody, of course, calling the girls' game right now for the Thermopolis Lady Bobcats and the Lady Chiefs. That game just began. It was a little bit late. I guess they had an overtime game. But he's having a fun time out there in Thermopolis right now, too.
The Lander Lady Tigers had a very exciting win with Layla Norris hitting a bucket at the buzzer for Lander to win 44-42 over Lovell. Congratulations to Melinda Cox and the Lady Tigers. Let's take a look at our scoring here. First of all, for Wyoming Indian, Jarrell Tillman has 1 tray and 3 field goals for 9 points. Brandon Coffey has 1 3, 1 field goal, 2 for 2 from the line for 7 points. Cordell Spoonhunter also has 7 with 2 field goals and a tray. 3 points by Ferris, 1 point by Brown. That's the scoring for the Wyoming Indian Chiefs. For the Lander Tigers, we're led at halftime by Abe Lopez. He has 1 tray, 2 field goals, and he's 2 for 5 from the free throw line, has a total of 9 points. Brennan Stauffenberg has 3 field goals, 1 for 3 from the line for 7 points. With 9 points in the game, Parker Sixby all on trays. And then we have Caleb Bartoni with 6 points, 2 field goals, 2 for 4 from the line. 2 points by Bennett Washburn on a field goal, 2 points by Talon Whalen on a field goal. And that is our halftime scoring from findoutwy.org.
You got it.
And that's the diabetes site, and Central Wyoming College.
From the field to the court to the pool and beyond, Fremont County athletes give their blood, sweat, and tears for their teammates and community. Why compromise that with alcohol or marijuana? Help your athlete make the most of their playing time by avoiding the dangers and impact that substance use can have on their performance and future. For more resources and information, visit FremontCountyPrevention.com. Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org. Thermopolis Hardware and Mercantile is a proud supporter of Bobcats Athletics. There's so much more than a hardware store. You'll find Ashley furniture and decor perfect for your home. There's a great toy selection, as well as tools, kitchen items, grills, and a garden section. That means there's something for everyone at Thermopolis Hardware. Don't forget to check out their variety of custom cabinets, window shading, and flooring.
Hi, I'm Karen with Thermopolis Hardware. Buy local, be local. Go Bobcats!
Back when I was riding in rodeos, I always made sure I was locked in, good and tight. Now as a touring musician, crisscrossing the country, I still make sure I'm locked in, good and tight. Of course I do.
Hauling ass, heading south, down the road in a Crow Cadillac, Coopville.
Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Ernie over and Shawn O'Brate back during our findoutwi.org and Central Wyoming College halftime show here. Our halftime score, Lander Valley Tigers 35 and the Wyoming Indian Chiefs 27. And is that a GoPro down there on the Wyoming Indian bench on a little stand?
It might be. I actually passed it when I was running to the bathroom, and I was wondering what it was myself.
Looks like a GoPro down there right alongside the Wyoming Indian bench, and I don't know if that is a training aid that they will use later, but our halftime score.
Cameras everywhere. They don't need it on the field or on the floor down there.
Exactly, and our game is being broadcast on 93.1 KFCW, the home of the Lander Valley Tigers, and on WYO Today YouTube. So there you go. You can listen in and watch in at the same time. Coach Craig Ferris having a discussion with his starting five as we get ready to go for the second half. That's Jarrell Tillman, Isaiah Burnett, Brandon Coffey, Cordell Spoonhunter, and Tyson Sounding Sides.
And just remember our halftime show. We want to thank Central Wyoming College. You can get your bachelor's degree at home. And we also want to thank findoutwy.org. That's findoutwy.org. Remember, it only takes a minute to find out if you are at risk for prediabetes. Go to findoutwy.org and find out now.
Well, Wyoming Indian is on the floor as the scoreboard clock winds its way down, and we have another 16 minutes of basketball left to go here in Powell. This is the next to the last game of the first day of the tournament. Powell has one more game coming up here to end the first day. Lander will have the ball as we start the second period of play, second half of play. It's Stauffenberg into Lopez. So we have Stauffenberg, Lopez, Washburn, Lincoln, and Parker Pixby. Or
Sixby.
Parker Sixby. There's a drive Bennett by Bennett Washburn. That's the Bennett we know. Up and in for two more. 37-27. Largest lead of the game by the Tigers is 10 points. Underneath the basket going is Spoonhunter. Spoonhunter underneath to Isaiah Burnett for two. Isaiah's first points of the game. 37-29. Again, an 8-point lead by the Tigers. Here comes Lopez down to Stauffenberg. Off to Bennett Washburn on the left side outside, midway between the two lines. He drives the baseline and loses the ball out of bounds. I guess it was knocked out, and it went off of him.
And Coach Ferris is saying that is not the case.
No, yeah. It went off Wyoming Indian. Here's Lopez. Lopez into Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg in trouble. Gives it off to Parker Sixby. Over on the near side, Washburn doesn't take the three on the near side to Lincoln. Lincoln off to Lopez. Lopez drives the lane, lays it up and in. Abe Lopez now with 11 points in the game.
Sixby stole the ball right off the inbound pass.
And here's Lopez to put it up again for two more. Wow. Abe Lopez, 2 in a row. Nice play by Sixby to get the ball back. 41-29 on the WyoToday.com scoreboard. And we have a foul going to be called on Parker Sixby.
Wow, I just can't get over how, the Chiefs were even expecting them to try and steal the ball on the inbound pass, and they still got it.
They still got it. Here's Coffey. Coffey gives it off to Tillman. Back to Coffey in the middle of the lane. Back over to Tillman for three. No, too long. Rebounded by Tillman. He got his own rebound. On the other side, puts up a shot. No. Stauffenberg with the rebound for Lander. Outlet pass to Abe Lopez. Abe all the way down. Scores the layup.
He is just having one heck of a quarter so far.
Well, last time in Douglas, I called him Abe Lincoln.
Yeah.
And now I'm calling him Labe. It is Abe Lopez. Here's Coffey. Coffey with the ball over to Tillman. Back to Coffey on top of the arc. Drives in, fires one from 10 for good. Brandon Coffey with 9 points in the game now. 43-31. Tigers by 12. Long pass down court to Braden Lincoln. Lincoln all the way in, lays it up. Oh, not too strong. Rebounded by Wyoming Indian, and a foul is going to be called on the rebound against Sixby, I believe. No, it's going to be called on Abe Lopez, and that is Abe's second foul.
And the best thing that Wyoming Indian can do right now is try and at least get Lander in some foul trouble while also scoring some points of their own.
Jarrell Tillman down to Coffey. Coffey drives the paint, hands it off to Isaiah Burnett. His turnaround jumper is not good. Rebound fought for, out of bounds. It'll go to the Tigers. Nice job by Bennett Washburn down there.
And, compared to that first half, we're seeing a lot of lax play right now by Wyoming Indian. They're kind of just slower. They're a little bit
Here's Parker Sixby. Shot is up off, not good. Rebounded by the Tigers. There's a steal. All alone down court is another steal. Here comes Coffey now. Coffey has it. He's going to go coast to coast. Puts up the shot off the glass. No. Rebound by Bennett Washburn. Knocked out of bounds by the Chiefs. Cordell Spoonhunter. Lander will have it as the play's picking up a little bit here.
Yeah, and as I say that, they start to run around a lot more, but when the Chiefs are kind of just sitting there in the paint or inside the arc, they're just getting a little bit lax and kind of hoping that the ball comes toward them. They're not really doing anything to make themselves open.
Isaiah Burnett comes out, coming in, and there's a foul as Lopez tries to drive the baseline. Tyson Sounding sides in, and the personal foul goes against Cordell Spoonhunter, his first. And at the free
41,
throw,
not 31.
41?
I think he said 41, not 31. Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, 41 is Alan Redmond. 5:04 to go. Timeout on the floor. Lander 43, Wyoming Indian 31.
Sponsor this week's player of the game. For a limited time, enjoy a Papa Murphy's barbecue chicken pizza made with KC Masterpiece barbecue sauce. After the game or anytime, you can't beat the fresh ingredients and authentic flavor of a Papa Murphy's Take and Bake Pizza. And you know it's baked right every time because you baked it yourself. Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton. Drop in or order online at papamurphys.com. Go Wolverines!
Back again on KFCW 93.1, home of the Lander Tigers, and on Wyo Today YouTube. The Lander Tigers leading the Wyoming Indian Chiefs here 43-31. Abe Lopez at the free throw line for Lander and misses the shot. No, he gets it. I'm sorry. You know when it goes through the hoop and down through the net, that's good, right?
Yeah, that's
okay, he got it. Second shot is up by Abe, and he gets this one too. He's now hit 4 in a row. 45-31, and there's a turnover by Wyoming Indian as they throw the ball away, trying to hit one of those long passes down to the 10-yard line. This one scoots out of bounds at the 20.
They're just getting flustered right now. They don't know what to do against this defense whenever they get across half court, so they're trying to beat him across half court.
Here's Parker Sixby on the far side. Lopez drives in toward the basket, kicks it over to Washburn for 3. No, it's too long. Rebound by Lincoln. Lincoln is fouled.
You don't see Washburn take a lot of threes.
No, you don't, but when he does, he'll usually hit them. Personal foul is going to be called against Brandon Coffey. That's his third. And some more players from Wyoming Indian coming in now. We have Ryan Martell is coming in, and Jaquin Jones is coming in. And on the far side, I think we got, no, Tyson's already been in there. Here's Washburn was fouled.
That was a block. The ball was already up and out of his hands.
Well, let's see. Was that 33 they called the foul on, or 32?
It was 33.
33. So that is Tyson Soundingside's his second. And Washburn at the line for the Tigers. Shot's not good. He missed it. Washburn has just 4 points in the game. That was his first free throw.
Got a lot of Burlington fans starting to fill the building now.
Next shot is good. So Washburn gets 1 of 2. And he has 4 or 5 points now. Long pass down court for Wyoming Union.
Pass.
Underneath, shots up in the air. Good. Scoring is Jason Slowbear, who just came in. That's his first points, 46-33. 13-point lead for Lander. 4.5 minutes to go now in the third period of play. Stauffenberg for 3. It's good. Brennan Stauffenberg for 3. He now has 10 points, and it's 49-33. Wyoming Indian coming down. There's a long pass underneath the basket. Slowbear's shot's not good, knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with Wyoming Indian.
And yeah, that 3 by Stauffenberg. What great vision there to realize that he was about a centimeter over the line, so that step back really allowed him to get that three-pointer obvious.
Oh, there's a beautiful block by Washburn. Pass ahead to Sixby. Sixby lays it up. It's too short. Rebounded by the Chiefs' Alan Redmond. Redmond comes the other way. Long pass down underneath the basket to Jones, and then the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Tigers. Whalen comes back in, and Bartoni comes back in for Lander. Wyoming Indian has it on the outside. Martell inbounds it to Redmond. Redmond on top of the key, over on the right-hand wing. Now back to Redmond again. Over to Jaquin Jones. Shot from the lane is up, off, not good.
Nice rebound.
Pulled down by the Chiefs, and it goes out of bounds. And we're going to have a foul on Lander for the push, trying to get the ball. And it's, 24? That's
I thought
Abe
it was
Lopez.
on Bartoni. Bartoni ran right into him. Who else would have pushed him?
Well,
Either way.
They called Lopez for his third personal foul. 3:55 to go. There's a shot from the corner. Not good. Stauffenberg gets the rebound. Outlet pass. 3-on-2. Abe Lopez puts it up and in for the Tigers. Abe Lopez. And he now has, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17 points.
He followed that up with a little bit of smack talk, too. You can't guard me, he says.
Yeah, Wyoming Indian has it now on the near side. Ryan Martell passes over to Jaquin Jones in the corner. Shot's good for 3, and that is number 4?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. We'll have to get that. And the number 4 on this side for Lander is Talon Whelan, and he gets the basket on the return and answers it. There's a steal by Bartoni. Bartoni, long outlet pass. Alex Lopez for 2 more, and the Tigers are up now 55-36, 19-point lead. Lopez really having a great third quarter, and the Chiefs are kind of disintegrating here. Redmond in the corner, off to Slowbear. Now with it is Redmond. Redmond on top of the key. There's Martell. His shot is up way high, not good. He gets the rebound.
Didn't look for the pass.
Ball's on the floor, stolen away by Stauffenberg, but Lander didn't have anybody going down the floor, so Wyoming Indian gets another chance at it. Here's Jaquin Jones, shots up and good, and that is by Ryan Martell, his first points of the game. Long pass outlet to Lincoln. Lincoln under the basket is fouled as he goes up for the shot. 2 minutes to go in the third period. Lander Valley 55, Wyoming Indian 38.
This quarter has really gotten away from Wyoming Indian right now. They're just missing very easy, makeable shots, and I think they're just trying to find the right person to shoot the 3, when instead they could just be looking for more open lanes inside. Either way, they're down by a lot, and they need to figure out a way to try and come back quickly.
Landers outscored Wyoming Indian. Landers put in 19 points. First shot by Lincoln was not good. 55-38. That was his first attempt to score tonight. Here comes the second shot by Braden. And this one's in and out, not good. Rebounded by Sixby. Over to Whalen. Whalen now to Lincoln from the free throw line. Shots blocked in the corner. Sixby has it. Across over to Lincoln on top of the key. Lincoln moves to his right side to Washburn. Now over to Whalen in the corner. Sixby back to Whalen. Whalen just outside the arc on top.
That's
Whistle and a double dribble. Little turnover. Lander leading 55-38. Minute 44 to go.
And, you know, sometimes you think these kids are jawing at each other, maybe talking smack. They're smiling and laughing at each other because they live within 20 minutes of each other. They all know each other. They play games together.
Here we go, almost
close.
a steal. There is a steal. With it now is Bartoni. Bartoni, oh, what a great pass underneath. Shot is up, off, not good. A steal by Wyoming Union. That almost was a great play. Down court, we have
bad pass.
Alan Redmond goes out of bounds, and Lander will have it. Minute 23 to go in the third. Lander Valley 55, Wyoming Union 38 on our WyoToday.com scoreboard. Coming into the game now for Lander is Brooklyn John.
We haven't called his name at all today.
His first appearance in this tournament. Brooklyn John in the backcourt looking at full court pressure. Here's Bartoni. Ooh, he almost traveled. He better get it across the timeline, and Brooklyn John does. He drives it all the way, lays it up and in. Brooklyn John for two.
And that's how you come into the game. You got to make sure that these people know that you're not just in there to play defense or steal the ball like Bennett just did, and what a way to get out. And he almost stepped out of bounds, but he still got a pretty good play there.
And he threw it away underneath the basket. Underneath for two is Alan Redmond, his first points of the game, and it's 57-40, 17-point lead. Underneath, all alone, is Bartoni. Turn around, jumper, good! Caleb Bartoni gets the basket. He now has 8 points in the game. Down court, there was almost a travel. Shots up, not good. Bartoni gets the rebound, weak pass, and he commits the foul.
Bartoni, man, is having a game. It doesn't really look like with 8 points, he's still one of the leading scorers for the team, but he is having a heck of a game defensively. And he bobbled the ball underneath the basket there and still found a way to turn it around and get some points.
So at the free throw line now is Haye Nido Monroe. Shots up for Wyoming Union and good. And I put him on the
Nope, that's not him.
Oh, that's 11. That's 11. Yeah.
Number 11 on Lander is Monroe.
Is Monroe.
We still don't have a number 4. We're going to find it out here shortly.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I was looking. We didn't have rosters.
It says Lincoln.
Oh, Lincoln. Okay, there's one shot that goes in for Lincoln. I'm going to have to put him down here. And there's one basket made out of 2. So it's 59-42, 17-point lead, 25 seconds to go, third period. Lander Valley with the lead over Wyoming Union. Here's Bartoni in the corner. Washburn around the horn it goes. Whalen has it now. On top of the key, it goes to Parker Sixby. To Bartoni, over to Washburn.
They're trying to take the last shot.
Yeah, they go in. Washburn in the paint. 3 seconds to go. Bartoni puts up the shot. No, not good. There's the end of the third period of play. And after 3, it's Lander Valley 59, Wyoming Union 42.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
For a place to relax, sip on your favorite specialty lattes or tea, and find the best gifts for any occasion, Storyteller is the place for you. Books brimming with compelling stories, gifts for the kids like Legos and coloring projects, and something for your family and friends like hats, jewelry, or a bag of award-winning Mountain Air roasted jackrabbit java. To learn more, visit StorytellerWyo.com or swing by at 524 Broadway in Thermopolis.
Ernie over, and
Shawn.
Shawn O'Brate.
You keep wanting to say Shane because I know that he's out here somewhere.
Well, Shane, the coach of the Thermopolis Bobcats. There's the inbounds pass underneath to Jason Slowbear. Turnaround jumper rolls in. That is Cordell Spoonhunter with his 9th point of the game, and we're now in the final 8 minutes. Lander outscored the Wyoming Indian Chiefs with 24 points in that period. There's Lopez that goes out. Fight for the rebound, out of bounds, and it'll go to Lander.
That was a heck of a rebound by Abe Lopez, and then for him to not be able to go back up just means good defense by Wyoming Indian. And Abe is kind of holding his hand a little bit. He might have gotten stepped on.
Here's Stauffenberg with the inbounds play in the middle of the lane for 2. Brennan all alone in the middle of the lane. 2 points. Lander 61-44. Down court, here comes Brandon Coffey for the Chiefs. Almost stolen away by Bartoni.
This half-court defense for Lander is causing a lot of issues for Wyoming Indian. They need to, if the Chiefs even want to think about coming back, they're going to have to find a way to get past it.
Tillman into Coffey on the near side now to Ryan Martell in the middle. There's a turnaround jump shot that's good by Jason Slowbear, his 2nd basket of the game. Here's Lopez for the Tigers, bringing it down into the forecourt on the right wing. Lopez on top of the key. Bartoni around to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg drives, lays it up. It's too short. Not good. Rebound by Slowbear. Slowbear brings it down on the left-hand wing. In the middle, there's a shot up, and no, not good. Fight for the rebound, and actually that was Tillman, not Slowbear. There's a shot by Coffey that goes in, and he now has 11 points in the game. 61-48, 6.5 minutes to go in the game. Long pass down court for the Tigers. Goes to Whalen. Now Lopez, Bartoni, Stauffenberg on top. Lopez. Lopez can't drive. Off to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg will. Drives the lane. Puts up a behind the back shot, and it's good for Brennan Stauffenberg.
Ooh, someone's hurt over there.
And we have a player on the floor for Wyoming Indian.
Oh, that's not good. That's Cordell Spoonhunter.
Yeah, he went down, and he's limping.
That is not good. That's one of their best scorers and biggest bodies.
Yeah.
We hope he is okay. He is limping. He's not able to walk really on his own.
Yeah, Coach Ferris is coming out to help him, and he was wobbly there, too. I think he whacked his head when he went down. But I don't know for certain, so we won't say anything. But Coach Ferris brings him over to the sideline.
Tells him to get some ice on his ankle.
Yeah, exactly. Here comes the Chiefs now on the near side. With it is Coffey. Coffey stops, dribbles, backs up, fires it over on the far side. And that's Tillman. Back over to Coffey. Coffey on the near side to Martell. Stolen away by Tony, and he is fouled right away by Tyson Sounding Bear, his 3rd.
Sounding Side's had the good look on him there. He just reached in a little bit too high and caused the reach-in foul there. And Bartoni is just making whatever he can make happen, he's making it happen, and it's a lot easier for him than I think we originally thought, with this being only the 2nd time we've really seen him all year.
6 minutes to go in the game. Lander leading 63-48. Bartoni over to Washburn, far side outside. Washburn in the corner. Lopez for 3. It's too long. Not good. Rebound pulled down by Alan Redmond. Ahead to Tillman. Tillman in the middle of the lane loses the ball, and the Tigers come away with it, and there's a foul going to be called on Martell as he slammed right into Bartoni. Knocked him to the ground. Bartoni, a little woozy, yeah.
I don't think he wanted to get up off the ground right away. He wanted to kind of catch his breath, and everyone was pulling him up anyway, so.
Bartoni to take it out of bounds to Stauffenberg. 5.5 minutes to go. Whistle, and we have a substitute.
I think he has to call a timeout. And, he's putting his son in, Parlane Ferris. And, Parlane, we saw a little earlier, he is only going to shoot the 3. That's something that he loves to do. We haven't talked to him yet because we haven't gotten a chance to sit down with him, but he loves to shoot the 3.
Whalen for 3 for the Tigers is good. He now has 7 points. Whalen 66-48. 18-point lead by the Tigers. Here comes the Chief in the corner. There's a shot up by Ferris. Up, off, not good. Rebounded by the Tigers, Washburn. Washburn sets the screen. Underneath, there's a long pass knocked out of bounds by Wyoming Indian. Bartoni was all alone. If the Chiefs hadn't been there with their hands up, that would have been a sure 2.
Yeah, and that's kind of what the Lander Valley team has been doing all game. They've kind of been not cherry picking, but they've been open.
Stauffenberg with a 360 windmill. No, it's a little bit short. Rebounded by Wyoming Indian. 5 minutes to go in the game. 66-48. Lander with the lead. There's Tillman. Tillman gives it off on the far side to Coffey now. In the middle of the play, whistle, and we have
kickball?
Kickball or something. I think Wyoming Indian will still retain it.
It looked like Lander Valley had stopped playing because we heard the buzzer from the game right next to us.
Yeah, this
Just
is
like
really
that.
confusing. There's a shot. Oh, what a block by Stauffenberg. Outlet pass. No one there but Lopez. Lopez lays it up and in for the Tigers. Lopez with 25 points in the game. 4.5 minutes to go. A near steal by Washburn. Down court, Coffey. Coffey throws it up. No. Rebounded by Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg, outlet pass is knocked away. Picked up by Ferris. Pauline shoots it. Good for three.
And one. And he's going to go to the line for the atypical 4-point play.
Yeah.
And what did I say here? As soon as Ferris gets in the game, he's just going to start chucking up some threes. That's the role that I had in high school too. So if you get brought in late in the game, you're either losing by a lot or they need you to score some threes, and that's what Ferris is going to do.
Okay, Ferris at the free throw line. He has 6 points on 2 trays. The shot's in the air. Yes, drops in.
This must have been a technical on Parker Sixby because otherwise he wouldn't be getting more than one shot.
He wouldn't be getting more than one shot.
And there'd be players there waiting for the rebound.
68-51, 52, and he'll have one more. Well, this is taking advantage of it, a 6-point play.
No, they never gave him the 3, so he's shooting fouls on he's doing a shooting foul even though he made the 3-pointer, and the refs are still talking about this. So he shot the 3-pointer but was fouled beforehand, and since Lander's got 6 fouls, I guess they just letting it happen. He still got the 3 points anyway.
Yeah, so a 6-point play. And it was a technical because Wyoming Indian gets the ball on the far side.
So they did add the 3. So now it's 68-54. These refs are having an issue today.
Yeah, here comes Coffey with it on the near side. Ferris bounce pass over on top of the key. Tillman to Ferris for 3. It's good again. Ferris with the 3, his third. And he has now scored 3, 6, 9, 12 points since he came into the game. Here's Stauffenberg over to Sixby. Back to Lopez. 68-57, 11-point lead. Underneath
nice
it goes.
Pass.
Shot Bartoni. Oh, he missed the shot. Wyoming Indian coming back. They have a second-half surge. They're on a run right now. Underneath the basket and coming out with it is Tillman. Tillman has the ball stolen by Bartoni. It's 2-on-1. Bartoni stops and is fouled as he goes up for the shot. And the foul is going to be on Tillman.
And you're right, they're having a second-half surge, and it's all stemming from the 3, which they couldn't get anything to fall in the third quarter. And now, of course, it's all happening in the fourth.
3 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Lander leads by 11, 68-57. Shot's good by Bartoni on the free throw. And we have a timeout called by Wyoming Indian. Lander 69, Wyoming Indian 57, 3:40 to go. We'll be back.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Well, it was an 18-point lead. Now it's a 12-point lead after Ferris hit all those free throws and that 3-pointer. Lander, Bartoni at the free throw line for the Tigers. He hit his first. He's now 3 for 5 from the game. Has one more free throw to go. 3:40 to go in the contest. Shots up, and this one bounces around. No, rebounded by Lopez, and he's fouled on the rebound. He took a shot right in the face. Not intentional, but the foul on Jason Slowbear is his first. So Abe Lopez goes to the free throw line for the Lander Tigers, leading 69-57. Shot's not good, too strong. Little bit of adrenaline going there.
Yeah, there's a lot, and you can feel it in this room right now.
Next shot by Lopez. This one, also not good. Rolled off to the side. Rebound by Tillman. And here come the Chiefs now. With it is Redmond. Redmond heads it off to Coffey. Back to Redmond on the left side outside. Now underneath Tillman. Tillman around the horn. Goes in the corner. Shot for three. No, it's an air ball by Ferris. Long pass down court to Lopez. Lopez has it. He drives the baseline and loses the ball and commits the foul.
I wish they would have just let that play out. I don't think that was really necessarily a foul. Abe kind of started to dribble it.
They called the foul on 10 on Ferris.
That was, because Ferris was reaching in for the steal. But even then, before then, Abe was already starting to lose his dribble a little bit.
So Lopez with 3:11 to go. Lander leading by 12, 69-57. Shot is up by Abe. This one's good, 70-57. Tigers with the lead. Next shot by Lopez. And this one rolls off, not good. Rebounded. Great rebound there by Whalen. Whalen kicks it out to Lopez across to Stauffenberg. Now to Sixby on the far side. Stauffenberg outside on the left-hand wing. Gives it to Lopez on the right side now. Underneath the basket, Stauffenberg all alone. He's fouled, but the ball does not go. He'll get two shots.
You know, that rebound, that great rebound by Lander Valley, all came from two Wyoming Indian Chiefs trying to reach in for the rebound together and pushing it off the backboard together rather than just one of them grabbing it.
There's the 15th point by Brennan Stauffenberg as he hits the first free throw. Coming into the game, Jaquin Jones for the Chiefs. Stauffenberg at the line for the Tigers. Next shot is up, and he gets this one as well. 72-57, 2:50 to go in the game. Here comes Tillman down. He's double teamed, tries to get it away. A long pass, threw it away. It'll go to the Tigers in the backcourt. 2:45 to go. Bennett Washburn comes back in for Lander, coming in for Whalen.
You can tell who the Chiefs are trying to get the ball to, though. It's consistently Parlin Ferris, and there's a good reason why. Obviously, he's hot right now, but he also is just their clutch three-point shooter.
Here's Stauffenberg down the court, off to Washburn on the far side. On top to Sixby, over to Bartoni. Bartoni now to Abe Lopez. He tries the three. It's off the back of the iron. Not good. 2:27 to go. Double teamed in the backcourt. Wyoming Indian comes away with it. There's Tillman. Gives it off to Redmond. Back to Tillman. Shot for three. No. Rebound goes to the Tigers. Bartoni. Here's Stauffenberg now. He slows it down just a little bit. Still in the backcourt. Now he dribbles it into the forecourt. To Bartoni, over to Lopez. 2 minutes to go in the game. Lander 72-57.
Stauffenberg fell hard.
Yeah, he got back up, though. Here's Washburn in the corner. Lopez underneath. Stauffenberg all alone for two, and he's fouled.
Boy, they are doing a good job, Lander is, of really getting Wyoming Indian to try everything to get the block and leaving with a foul.
And it's Jaquin Jones with his third personal foul. And Brennan Stauffenberg at the free throw line for Lander. Stauffenberg. Shot's not good. Let's see, he's got 7, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16 points in the game. Looking for point number 17 right here. Shots up. This one's good. He gets it. So he gets one of two. Minute 54 to go in the game. There's Pauline Ferris down court. Underneath, Slowbear to Coffey for three. No, not good. Rebounded by Tillman for two. Joel Tillman gets it, and he's in double figures with 11. A minute 40 to go, 73-59. Here's Lopez over to Washburn. Washburn in the lane, pumps it over to Stauffenberg from 10 feet. No, too strong. Rebounded by Coffey for Wyoming Indian. And the Chiefs come down the court fast. It's going to be all the way coast to coast for Coffey, and he makes it. Brandon Coffey coast to coast, and he now has 6 points in the game, and it is 73-61, 12-point lead with 1:18 to go. Shawn?
Yeah, and it's a little bit too late here for Wyoming Indian, but they're doing everything they can to at least make this score look indicative of the game because they have not played like they're losing by 13 points.
Here's Lopez on the far side, in trouble, gets it to Stauffenberg, over to Washburn for three. It's a little bit long, not good. Pauline Ferris gets the rebound. He goes all the way down, halfway between the two lines on the far side. Knocked away, stolen by Sixby. Outlet pass to Washburn. Washburn juggling it on the far side, keeps the ball inbounds. He's double teamed, has it taken away from him, and a foul is going to be called on Lander. I think it's going to be on Bartoni. Nope, Washburn. It's going to be on Washburn.
As soon as he got it stolen, it looked like he pushed the Chiefs player right into the out-of-bounds line. So
45 seconds to go. Lander Valley 73, Wyoming Indians 61. Now here comes Whalen and Lincoln in for Washburn and Stauffenberg, and they get a nice hand from the Lander fans. At the line for Wyoming Indians, Jaquin Jones. He hasn't scored in the game.
I'm telling you, if you were to just see the score on the WYO Preps or on WYO Today, you wouldn't think that the Chiefs have played like this. It's been fast-paced. It's been high energy the whole time. They started off with a lot of threes, and they started to go inside. Lander just did a lot more in that second and third quarter to get the lead.
First free throw is good, and so is the second free throw, so that makes it now 73-63, 10-point game, 45 seconds to go. There's the inbounds to Lopez, over to Bartoni. Bartoni, nice bounce pass in the corner to Whalen. Now to Sixby. Sixby underneath to Bartoni.
Nice block.
He gets his ball right back, and he's fouled. Whistle, and a foul on Wyoming Indian under the basket. Bartoni didn't know what to do with the basketball there.
We've seen some very tough fouls tonight.
Technical foul is going to be called on Bartoni. I don't know what that was for.
I think he got up and said something. He got up and said something to and from. No, it wasn't on Bartoni. It was on.
I thought they said, was it 21? 2? 1? I don't know who the foul was on. Well, Bartoni's at the free throw line for the Tigers. He makes it. Yeah, from Bartoni's expression, I thought they called it on him.
Me too. He has RBF right now, and I don't know why. He's got the technical foul, and his good graces there has led to a 11-point lead with 30 seconds left.
Do we have a double technical foul?
I think that's what it was.
We're having a jump ball at center court. No, we're not. I think we had a double technical foul.
That is exactly what we have.
Okay.
I just heard the ref talk. So a technical on number 2 for Wyoming Indian, and then number 12 for Lander. So they obviously got in a little bit of a verbal scuffle there underneath the basket.
Cordell Spoonhunter hits the first of the free throws. Bartoni comes out of the game, and Iron Eyes comes in. 30 seconds to go, 75-64. Here's the next shot by Coffey. Brandon, the shot's up and good. So he gets both of the technical shots. And now I guess Wyoming Indian gets the ball out on the far side. 30 seconds to go. It's a 10-point lead, 75-65. There's the inbounds play. Goes over to Jaquin Jones. There's a steal, and holding it up is Parker Sixby, and he's fouled right away.
Far too many cross-court passes. If Lander's been picking your pocket all day on these passes, I don't understand why they're still trying to go all the way across from the left side of the three-point range to the right side of the corner. It's just not working. They're getting it stolen or at least tipped every single time. And that's not what you do when you are down 10, and Sixby misses the first free throw.
Yeah, I tell you what, that was, I think, as soon as it left his hand, he knew it was going to be short. Next shot, this one's much better. It rolls around, though. There's a steal by Lincoln for 2. Braden Lincoln gets into the scorebook, 77-65, 15 seconds to go. Down court for the Chiefs is Jaquin Jones. Off to Coffee. Coffee, jumper from 7. No, not good. Rebound, and a foul is going to be called on Wyoming Indian for an elbow underneath the basket. Personal foul on Isaiah Burnett.
I love watching these kids start to talk to each other after this because, they're saying that's not the right call. And they can't say it to the ref or they'll go to tech, so they're talking to their friends, the kids that they know,
5 seconds to go in the game. Lander has it in the backcourt playing catch. Whalen just lets the ball bounce. 2 seconds to go and a timeout called. Coming into the game for Lander is number 1. Who's number 1 for Lander?
Peyton Bell.
Peyton Bell comes in for Lander. Bell
Unless they
is
gave
in.
us the wrong roster again.
Lander has it out of bounds. Long pass inbounds to Iron Eyes. Iron Eyes loses the basketball. Picked up by Coffee. Long shot for 3. No good, and that's the game. And the final score, the Lander Valley Tigers 77 and the Wyoming Indian Chiefs 65. And that will do it here, and we'll go now to our post-game show right after we listen to this.
One-Eyed Buffalo Brewing Company is proud to sponsor this broadcast of Thermopolis Athletics. Enjoy some of the finest prime rib around at One-Eyed Buffalo every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You cannot beat their menu full of mouth-watering items like the bison burger or the many different varieties of mac and cheese. Top it off with one of their locally brewed adult refreshments on tap. One-Eyed Buffalo Brewing Company, 528 Broadway in Thermopolis. Did you know the Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness in Thermopolis also has something called the Gotchi Wellness Center? It's your dream gym with cardio equipment, cable machines, free weights and dumbbells, hydraulic resistance machines, and personal trainers that care about your goals. The Wellness Center is huge and includes a rock wall, pegboard, sled, tires, punching bags, squat rack, and a whole lot more. Check out the Senior Wellness class. To take the first step to a healthier you, visit gotchi.org.
The staff and board at the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft show, or showed your livestock, thank you for all your efforts. We'll be moving and grooving next year, so stay tuned.
At some point, everyone is a pedestrian.
When you're driving, yield to pedestrians. Wear light clothing. Walk on a pathway instead of the road.
Look out for pedestrians.
Avoid distractions like your phone.
Look out for pedestrians, they're everywhere. We are the Wyoming Indian Lady Chiefs. We need you in our stands.
Back again at Powell, Ernie over and Shawn O'Bright with you, where Lander Valley has defeated the Wyoming Indians 77-65, a 12-point victory for the Tigers in the first game between these two teams in quite some time, Shawn. It was a good one.
Yeah, and Abe Lopez even said after the Lander game earlier they were looking for redemption because his freshman year, him and Brendan Stauffenberg both lost to Wyoming Indian, and that was at Lander, I think he said. So this is on a neutral court. They get the win. They get the redemption. They're 2-0, which means that they will most likely be fighting for the championship game tomorrow at 12:30. I believe if Powell wins this game, that's who they'll probably face. If Burlington wins this game, they won in overtime earlier, correct?
Yeah, Burlington.
Yeah, they beat Grable right before this game. So Burlington, whoever wins this game, will probably face Lander tomorrow at 12:30. We will have a full schedule out on our Facebook page. Follow WYO Today on Facebook, and we will make sure to get all of the times for the girls and boys up as soon as we find out. We'll only find out, though, after this game.
In the Click It or Ticket postgame show, let's take a look at scoring. First of all, for the Chiefs. And I didn't total those up yet, so let's go to the Tigers. Abe Lopez ended the game high score, 26 points. Brennan Stauffenberg had 17. Caleb Bartoni, 11. 9 points for Parker Sixby. And 7 points for Talon Wayland.
We're going to keep this interview really, really quick for the coach here. I'll let you interview Coach Ferris.
Okay.
Really quick.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, Wyoming Indian head basketball coach Craig Ferris. This wasn't what you wanted.
It's not what I wanted, but I'm pleased with the effort there. I know we got down big. We were just little mental mistakes there. We got tired. I didn't do a good job of rotating the guys and keeping them fresh and stuff. So you live and learn.
Well, we have your son came in and hit a bunch of threes right away.
Yeah. I think he had, a 6-point play on that one.
Yeah, he had that one 6-point play. Brandon Coffey had a good game, 9, 11, 13, 15 points. Cordell Spoonhunter had 9, 2 points for Jaquin Jones, 2 for Alan Redmond, and 1 for number 4. Yeah.
Lincoln. Good. It was good effort. We had a lot of mental mistakes there right at the end of the half, right at the start of the half. But those are the things that we want to see now. We don't want those things to happen during a regional tournament. Lander's a really good team to practice against. They put a lot of pressure on you. They get up and down the floor. We gave away too many fast break layups, and it killed us in the end.
It seemed like the team got a little frustrated there in the third quarter.
Yeah, when things aren't going your way and they're not as easy as you want them to be, it's another one of those things where we got to get ourselves focused, get ourselves centered. Finger pointing starts happening. All the little gripes and all the usual stuff come in. But they're teenagers. They're learning. They're figuring things out. Hopefully we kept coaching them up enough we actually did coach them up enough to get ourselves within 10.
Yeah, Jarrell Tillman did not have quite the game he had against Demopolis. A little bit different team, though, playing against.
Yeah, we got a little bit more effort from Lander from him. So
yep.
Jarrell's one of those guys. He's going to do whatever he can to help the team win. It's all good in good intentions with him. So once he gets it figured out, we still got a few more weeks to get all of us going in the right direction.
Looks like your son got himself a Gatorade, and Jarrell Tillman gets the pizza on our player of the game. We'll talk about that a little later. What's up next, Coach? You play tomorrow.
I think we played. I'm not sure. I don't want to say on the radio and confuse everybody.
I
got to figure it out later. I know I think we're the 2 seed coming in. And I think we play the other side's 2 seed also. So
okay. All right.
I'm not sure who that is yet. I think we still got one more game to play here. So it's either going to be Burlington or Grable, I think.
Right. All right. Yeah. Coach, thanks. Appreciate talking to you. Good luck tomorrow, and hopefully we'll be doing another game with you.
Sounds good. That's the plan.
All right.
You guys have a good night.
Thanks, Coach. All right.
Ready to serve you. Stop in at any one of their branches located in Riverton, Lander, and DuBois. A bank that is owned and operated by the locals of Fremont County. Wyoming Community Bank. They're here to help you.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Hey, Shawn O'Bray here, and you can actually see me on camera. I hate being on camera, but we got Parker Sixby next to me, and he is our Papa Murphy's player of the game after coming in and just demolishing everything from 3. Tell me how the beginning of the game felt compared to the end, because you just started rattling off 3s at the beginning.
I feel like at the beginning of the game we really moved the ball really well and figured out how to get past their defense, and it just created a lot of open shots, and I was available to knock some of those down.
And, when we came into this game, we had no idea that Kyson McClung had broken his elbow or broken his arm, and he is typically one of the bigger three-point shooters. So are you kind of going to try and take over that role, or is this kind of a joint effort to keep shooting threes the way you guys were doing so tonight?
I mean, I think we're all going to try to take that role over, but I tried to put my part in there because I don't know if we can replace him. He was a great player, and we're going to really miss him on the team. So I hope we can bring up our threes again, and I think we'll do pretty well if we keep playing like this.
I think so, too, especially if you play like this. We knew coming into this game, both of you guys both of the teams playing were extremely fast-paced, a lot of fast breaks, a lot of high energy, a lot of half-court defense, forcing turnovers. Was that your game plan heading into this, was to match their energy?
Yeah, our game plan was to bring more energy to them, actually, and I think we succeeded on that because once we got a run up, they kind of followed. But at the end, I think we need to bring that energy towards the end more because we kind of went back and forth with them at the end. But that was the game plan, and I think for mostly we followed that.
Cool, and so it looks like tomorrow you're probably going to be vying for a championship if you can get past one more game. Obviously, that's your guys' goal when you come into the weekend. What are you guys going to do tonight to kind of prepare for that? You're going to go out to dinner? You're going to go get some extra rest? You're going to hit the auxiliary gym and put up some shots?
I think we're definitely going to get a lot of food and a lot of rest, and so I'm definitely going to go to bed early tonight, but hopefully we'll be ready tomorrow morning.
Well, I don't know if they have a Papa Murphy's here, but we do have a Papa Murphy's gift card gift coupon for you, and we appreciate you stopping by, Parker. Good luck tomorrow. Congratulations today. Why don't you hand that off to your partner here,
all right,
Bartoni. And let's stay right there, and we'll let Bartoni pick his own Gatorade here in a minute. Bartoni, we have not seen you for quite a few games here. Mm-hmm. We got to call your name today a lot. What's it like kind of getting a lot more playing time?
Oh, it's amazing. I'm very happy to play. I love Coach Mullins, and I'm just happy that he let me play again due to my mistake I did with my fellow teammate Parker. It was a big mistake, but I will learn from it.
Well, hey, you got 11 points tonight. You got double digits, and you had a really great game defensively. What was going through your mind when this team is running at you so fast?
Oh, I was just having a blast. I was like, I love being back on varsity. It's just a fun game. I love the game of basketball. JV was fun, and just love playing. And it's just like exciting and gets my heart pumping.
And, you know, you had a lot of good looks inside as well as some layups that were coming from the fast break. Is that kind of where you thrive, is underneath the basket, or is that something you kind of have been learning to do more?
I kind of thrive under the basket. I started playing. My first year was last year, and I just couldn't shoot, couldn't do nothing, so I just started grinding it. I just found more desire in playing the post and just being under the rim, and I like to be aggressive, and I like all the action, so I prefer the under the rim.
Last question before we get your coach on the mic here. How excited are you to be more part of this team, especially with McClung out? Obviously, it stinks McClung's going to be out, but that's going to lead to a lot more minutes for you and players like Parker.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I'm just kind of sad about my friend Kaysen. It was a big mistake. It sucked, and it's heartbreaking because he was one of our leading scorers, and just one mistake at practice, and I look forward to playing more, but this is his spot, and he does deserve it. He deserves to play senior year and keep on scoring.
All right, well, thank you very much, our Gatorade player of the game, Caleb Bartoni. We're going to hand the mic off over here to Coach Stu Mullins, and I'm going to give the mic to Ernie here. Yeah, pick your flavor, man.
Okay, Coach, can you hear me there?
I can.
Okay, very good. Well, that was a pretty tough game there for a while. Each team had their first run, but the Tigers got the advantage and wouldn't let go.
Yeah, we didn't finish very well, but I was really, really proud of our guys. You know, it's a different style that you have to play against with Wyoming Indian, and there's no room for error against a team like that. And you saw that, when we were up 20-25. They're never really out of it because they can shoot it well, and so we got some lessons to learn on that one.
Yeah, you had an 18-point lead, and then all of a sudden they had a 6-point play.
Yep.
We didn't really see what happened. There were 2 technical fouls. Is that what happened?
Yep.
Okay.
That's what they said.
Yeah. So. Okay. So that was a 6-point play. 18-point lead went down to 12, and that's pretty much the way it stayed the rest of the game.
Yep. And I wish we could have been a little bit better defensively, especially in the fourth quarter. But, to have that much familiarity between the two teams, and all those kids are friends, and it's a tricky game for sure, and so it was good to get the win, though, that's for sure.
We thought Bennett Washburn was going to break out and have a great game tonight, and then they kind of clamped down on him, and he ended up with just 5 points, but did some nice rebounding.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when we go big along the back, with Bartoni back, and you've got Bennett, Bartoni, and Brennan, the Bees, all along the backside, that's a pretty formidable group, and they're going to get a lot of rebounds, and they're so smart, and they work so hard. we're going to be pretty good defensively, and a big reason is those three.
You know, to start the game, I think you were 1 of 7 from the free throw line, and then that improved considerably. Did you talk to the team at halftime about the charity tosses?
You know, there's not much you can do about free throws. You know, we can take our time a little bit more, or, you know, I don't know if there's a team in the state that works more on their free throws than we do, and so it's not a matter of not practicing them in practice, and they're good shooters. You know, it's one of those things you just kind of got to get into a little bit of a rhythm, and we'll be better.
Now, how's Brennan? It looked like he got a pretty good thump on the chest there late in the game.
Yeah, he takes a lot of falls because, you know, he plays very aggressively and violently, and is really strong around the rim, and, you know, he's a strong kid, so their big kids are usually going to be matched up with him, and, you know, we'd love him to finish a few more of those with contact, and, you know, he will as we go.
Yeah. Abe Lopez, again, 26 points, great game.
Yeah, especially in that third quarter, you know, he kind of took over and really got to the rim, and he played really well today, you know, against both Thermopolis and Wyoming Indian. You know, there's always little things we can improve on, but he'll do those things.
Yeah, well, tomorrow you've got 2 wins now.
Yep.
And depending how this game goes out, maybe you're in the title game tomorrow?
Yeah, so, it's semifinal.
Semifinal, yeah.
Yep, and probably Powell on their home court, which would be pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, I remember 2 years ago it went into overtime here.
Yep.
Then Lander won by 1. Then Powell won by 1 in overtime in Lander earlier this year.
Yep, exactly. Just 2 evenly matched teams, and we like playing against each other. So.
All right. Coach Stu Mullins, thank you very much. Appreciate it, and good luck tomorrow. You bet. Okay.
We live by the spirit of the Wild West.
Now where the sun's a little brighter, where the snows that fall are a trifle whiter, where the bonds of home are a wee bit tighter, that's where the West begins.
We're the bank that's with you wherever that spirit, because we're more than a bank in Wyoming. We're Wyoming in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube oil and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
Are you a caring person that wants to help but not sure where to go? Wyoming Senior Citizen Inc. is looking for caregivers across the state. Call 307-856-6880 to find out more information. They would like to wish all Fremont County athletes good luck this year.
And you are back here in Powell with Ernie over and Shawn O'Brate, myself here. We are watching Powell and Burlington duke it out at 6-0. Powell, the home crowd is really loud if you couldn't hear over Coach Stu Mullins' interview. And I just want to do a recap here because we did run through it quite fast. We have our players of the game that we would like to thank our sponsors for sponsoring Papa Murphy's and Gatorade through Admiral Beverage. We appreciate that. On the Lander side, we have Parker Sixby get the Papa Murphy's gift card. Not only did he score 9 points in the first half, those were all of his points in the end, but he really got Lander off to a hot start, and if it weren't for him, I think that Wyoming Indians defense might have not played as stiff across the arc, and that was really due to Parker Sixby coming out and immediately draining 2 3-pointers. And then we gave the Gatorade player of the game to Caleb Bartoni, and it was because he's only been in the game on the varsity side for a couple games. You heard him mention something about a mistake that he made in practice, and that's why he was downgraded to JV. We don't care about that. We just are glad that he's getting minutes and that he's making the most out of him. He finished with 11 points. That was third most on the team to Brennan and Abe, who we have given plenty of Papa Murphy's gift cards and Gatorades to. On the Wyoming Indian side, Jarrell Tillman, he just really made that first half his own, scoring 9 points, including one of them off a 3. He really has played a dominant game today, both games, one against Thermopolis and today against Lander. And we are excited to see what he does tomorrow at 12:30 in the semifinal. I'm sure he will, in the quarterfinal, at either 11 or 2:30. I'm sure he will make the game his own. And then we gave the Gatorade Player of the Game to Parlene Ferris, the coach's son, who just came in and immediately started draining threes and had one of maybe the only 6-point plays I've ever seen in my life. And he had 11 points at the end, literally only came in at the end of the second quarter and into the fourth quarter for a total of about 4 minutes on the court. So to get 11 minutes in 4 quarters, that deserves a Gatorade Player of the Game shout-out.
Okay, Shawn O'Brate with our Click It or Ticket postgame show and our players of the game. And we want to thank Kirk Baxter back at the studio. This is Ernie over for Shawn O'Brate. Have a great day. And as Shawn said earlier, we'll have the schedule posted on Wyo Today Facebook as to the games tomorrow evening. Good night, everyone. Drive carefully.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at Du Bois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
When you purchase your car, do you know if you got the best payment possible? The answer is probably no. Oftentimes, your loan is packed with additional charges that can drive your monthly payment higher than it should be, costing you thousands of dollars more for your car. Hi, this is Patty, and here is your second chance to get the payment you deserve. Visit Atlantic City Federal Credit Union today for a courtesy loan review. We've helped our members save money by refinancing their vehicle with us. Now it's your turn. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.